So that's why you have these two methods there. And yeah, as for how that's going to be linked into the JSP, there might be like a tag or something that allows you to specify that, but they're still working on that.
So would that eventually kind of like cover some of the functionality provided? Like right now, you have to use third-party libraries like Bro4j or JIWR, kind of like that provides a kind of resource handling, and would that potentially go into like the areas of like I guess minification or even like merging?
Yeah, you could implement your own to add in those parts. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So out of the box, there's just these 4, but someone could implement them, or third parties could implement them, and then you could configure it in the chain, and you could add the minification. That's what I was saying. So by default, you just have this path resource one, which basically just says it can get it from a path, and it knows the name, it can return it back. But you could add in compression in there in the middle. You could add in the MD5 hash into the name for caching based on the contents. And you could, before that, before you generate the MD5 hash, you can minify it, stuff like that, right? Yeah. But as far as I know, like the minification, stuff like that, that's not something that Spring wants to do, but you could plug it in. So caching, JSR 107, standard, one of the oldest JSRs around, right? Finally got implemented. Basically, in Spring 4.0, we now have explicit support for JCache 1.0 annotations. You might have seen the blog last week. Just came out. Was it last week? Basically, this is implemented. The integration is implemented on Spring's existing cache and cache manager SPI, and explicitly there's a new JCache cache and the JCache cache manager, as well as some other infrastructure support there. And these can be enabled via the standard caching configuration mechanisms in Spring. With XML, you can now use a cache annotation driven and enable caching. So the new part here is the annotation driven part that's adding in support for JCache there. Yeah. And again, yes, this blog, 4.14, you can read that if you want some more details there. And he'll be coming out with another